let's get into the dunk contest. Which I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the dunk contest thoroughly. I thought the top two dunkers put on a pretty good show. Obviously, with Trey Murphy and Mac McClung. Trey Murphy surprised me because I never really looked at him. I didn't know he was that. Like, this first one was pretty, like, as far as creativity goes, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. It's just to start off, creative.
Yeah,
and pretty good. I like this one.
And he got it first attempt. Like, Trey Murphy surprised me because I didn't really look at him in that light. I thought, if anything, he'd be a 3-point shootout, maybe a skills challenge guy. So I think the top.
You said he would lead the NBA 3-point%.
Yeah, I mean, Ross, I did say that, didn't I? I said that about a year and a half back. You're gonna do it one day. Yeah. The top two dunkers were good. The last two, yeah. I mean, the Jericho Sims did this probably the whole competition, putting the arm in the rim. He did it twice.
Man,
take out that paper.
I'm gonna be honest. I saw all these dunks. I've seen all these dunks before. So Matt McClung had some that was creative. So I'll give him his credit. But the one Trey Murphy was doing, I've seen those dunks before. It just gets to the point. It just gets to the point. No, it just gets to the point where I just get bored because I've seen these dunks. All you all seen these dunks before. That's like
I didn't see the Trey Murphy. Let me give you the most underrated dunk of that competition. The Trey Murphy dunk. The Trey Murphy dunk was underrated where he kind of threw it in the air. He kind of threw the ball in the air and then caught it and like
I think he threw it in between his legs and then that was
first try. That's a tough dunk because usually you're throwing off the backboard. He caught it, like he threw it high in the air, caught it, then brought it back down and then windmilled it. I think that and Mac McClung had some I didn't really see. Like, I never saw, the double like reverse. He did a double reverse oop. Like, he double reversed it twice.
I saw Eric Gordon do that. Something similar to that, because Aaron Gordon, the thing what Aaron Gordon has done similar, like what you call them, like back scratcher dunks.
Yeah,
he's probably done something similar, but yeah, Matt McClung, his was I don't have anything to say about his dunks. It's just the other people. I just wonder.
Yeah,
Trey Murphy was solid.
Why can't you just be happy?
This wasn't exciting. This wasn't that exciting.
And I get what Carl's saying because a lot of it too, the dunk contest, Mac won because he's a dunk artist. Yeah. And he's a rare dunk artist who's in the NBA. A lot of dunk artists aren't in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? These are the best basketball players, but are they the best dunkers? You know what I'm saying? So I see what he's saying. And you have, and like Carl was saying, you have to be very critical of this type of competition because it's been so bad. There's been such a lack of creativity for so long. I thought it was good, but yeah, you can look at it with a side eye a lot of times because it's like,
I don't know, because even the dunk you just seen Matt McClung do, like I've seen that before. I'm not saying it's not a good dunk. I've seen a person jump over it. Well, he jumped over two people, but it doesn't make sense because you can still get like a taller person like Taco Fall and just jump over him. But I've seen who did that dunk? Somebody definitely did that dunk before where they tap it off the backboard. I can't remember. It wasn't Nate Robinson. It might have been Nate Robinson, but I've seen that dunk before.
That was a pretty difficult dunk, and I will say out of Ty, you brought this up. I think Saturday. Out of all three of his attempts, he got them all on the first try.
That's what made it like nobody's done it first. Like, he didn't miss a dunk. Yeah. So for you, your first dunk is a double tap, like a tap off the backboard, reverse oop off two people. For one, that dunk. It doesn't. It either there's no in between. It either doesn't work or it either works or somebody gets hurt. There's no in between. So that's what made. And that was your first dunk. He didn't miss. Trey Murphy had like one miss. You know what I'm saying? But McClung's was so special because he did not miss. Everything was perfect for him. I'd give this one, if I was grading this, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. One is I think we could always get better dunkers. Like Mac McClung is an ideal guy. Trey Murphy's good. He was good in this competition, but he's not an ideal guy for a dunk contest. KJ Martin's just an end gamer, and Jericho Sims is an end gamer. And I have a thing for bigs being in dunk contests anyway. I give it a 7 because it was good for who they had. But I just think we need to get back to getting some of these stars back in these dunk contests.
Honestly, I kind of wish Shaden Sharp would have been in there. I feel like he could have pulled some stuff.
Yeah. I thought he was supposed to. Did he? What happened?
He pulled out.
I thought, okay, because you all told me, then I saw him on the list at first, and at the last minute I didn't, because I was actually excited to see him. I think he would have won it, or came close at least. But
he would have gave Mac a run for the money.
I think this is that was a nice dunk he just did. I think this is what's taken away from, like Todd said, like the fact that we're not getting stars in these type of events or whatever. It's dudes we know who these dudes are, but like the casual fan that doesn't watch basketball every single day, probably not going to know who some of these dudes are.
Facts.
But they're always going to know the Ja Morants, the Anthony Edwards, the Zions, like the bigger name, the All Stars. These dudes not even All Star. It used to be a point in time you can book it. Most of the dudes that were in a dunk contest were basically All Stars.
Yep.
These dudes aren't even a part of the big event on Sunday night. That's
Carl,
something. I think there's something wrong with that.
You could get away with having less creative dunks if you at least have, if we market it as LeBron versus John Moran in a dunk contest. They can get away with doing some dunks we've seen in the past, but it's the star power. You can balance it all out with the star power. In the 80s, you marketed the dunk contest as Dominique versus Jordan, and you got two all-stars at the top of their game going at it in that type of contest or whatever the case may be. It was showmanship.
You can't market this.
You can't market that. So you can market it better if you have these star players. You can get away with having the less creative dunks, but people want to see the best players just one up each other. I think it's just that. When it comes down to All-Star Weekend, people want to see the best guys on this stage as much as it's marketed. They want to see these guys one up each other. That's it. And I just don't feel like we got that enough from our star players. Back to the game, we got the moment between JB and Jay Tatum where they went one-on-one, which was a dope moment. But like I said, that people loved it because it's that one-upsmanship. You can get that one-upsmanship if you have your best guys in the dunk contest, and you can market it a lot better, you know?
Like it's just because I saw Donovan Mitchell. Like, why is Donovan Mitchell never thought about being a dunk contest? I think he was solid.
He was.
Which one was he in?
He was in one. I think he won actually.
2018 or 2019. He won.
He sure was. Was he good in it? I don't think he was. He was solid.
He was pretty good.
He was solid.
But it's just like I said, get some of these star players. That's what's taken away from the fact that you have some dudes that don't even like contribute to the team or barely even play or on 2-day contracts or 2-way contracts. Not 2-day. That'd be damn shame.
No, I'm gonna say
2-way contracts.
I'm gonna say outside of Mac, all these dudes do play.
Do they?
Trey Murphy's big.
No, but I'm saying as far as star potential, they don't play like to that level. That's why I'm comparing it to.
These ain't no 2 days. Like only 2-day contract, 10-day dude is Mac, but
no, that's what I was talking about when I said 2-way contract.
Yeah, like he's the only one, but like these guys are pretty big. Like I think people, if you would bet, you know hoops, you know KJ. If you know hoops, you definitely know Jericho Sims. You know, you weren't unfamiliar with these names, and at least Mac McClung has some. Mac McClung has some star power because he was a YouTube star and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, one, I think is good for him because
it's great for him.
It's great for him. You know, he got the 10-day, or he got I think, is it a 10-day or is it a 2-way contract?
2-way contract.
Okay.
He probably just earned himself a deal.
He earned himself. I like it for him. You know, you like seeing some of those YouTube hoop mixtape stars get this moment. He delivered. He did not miss.
I want the 3-point. I want the 3-point contest to be last now.
Really?
I think the 3-point contest is better than this. This is my opinion. This is too. The dunk contest is too inconsistent. Some years it's decent or watchable. Then the next years you like, did I waste my time watching this, or was it really worth watching?
3-point contest too also is about that star power. So we get Steph, Dame, like we get
we always get star power. At least most of the dudes that's in the 3-point contest with star power, like Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Steph, Clay, Devin Booker. Like we're always going to get those type of players. With the dunk contest, so many of the star players now have drifted away from doing the dunk contest. We don't get that anymore. We get players that are role players. Let's be honest. This is a role players competition now.